Hey-o, ladies and gentlemen, this is another fantastic podcast. If you're listening to this and you're not on Patreon while you're listening to this, then that means that this episode that you are listening to or watching right now, it's a little bit old. It's a little bit crusty. But if you want this episode right when it comes out the oven, ding, done, then you got to go over to patreon.com/JaboodyDubs. Support your boys. You get cool perks. Get to see this stuff right when it comes out. Everything we do, we give it right to the people right when we're done. As soon as we hit render, as soon as it is 100% complete, we put it on the Patreon and they get it, and then they get to ask questions on this podcast. We got a lot of questions to go through, folks, because the people on the Patreon need answers. So, let's do the podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another fantastic podcast starring your hosts, Justin, Damon, and Pops. Yeah, there's a lot of podcasts out there, but this is another fantastic podcast.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you for that intro. Thank you, girl.
Back and better than ever.
It's so good to be back.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while since we did a pod.
Yeah, it's been busy AF, as they say.
What's going on, folks? Yeah, we're back. It's the Jaboody boys. We got tons of questions from you guys today.
A lot of questions, a lot of updates.
Updates around the world. Lot going on in the world of Jaboody, especially. Lots going on.
As always.
We've launched a new YouTube channel.
Oh, what?
Why would we do that?
Why would you start over from scratch? Well, we realized that in doing our Twitch show, there is no place to get a heavy, how should I say this? An exact location where you can find our best moments. Until now, behold, the Jaboody Show YouTube channel.
Wow! What a name.
Whoa!
What a name.
But wait,
What a name.
that's not Jaboody Studios?
No.
You guys, come on.
The Jaboody Studios channel will remain a stream VOD channel where you can watch our streams in their entirety, unless YouTube decides to block the stream,
Well, yeah, that would suck.
Which is currently happening with your birthday.
which is happening to a lot of VODs. So sorry, VOD gang. We work relentlessly to make the VOD gang boys happy because I know they're out there. I know they lurk. I know they put us on their phone and then they start driving. And they listen to those Twitch VODs.
And we love you.
Real quick, just so for the people that don't know what a VOD is, because I see this in the comments a lot. People are like, what's VOD? What's VOD?
The archive, the old episodes.
Yeah, the old episodes that you haven't seen yet.
3 to 4 hour episodes of our live streams will stay here on the Jaboody Show Studios, now called Jaboody Show Archive.
So whenever we say VOD, we just mean our full live stream.
Video on demand.
The full enchilada, the full kielbasa, folks.
There you go.
If you want to gurgle on the full kielbasa, head over to the Jaboody Show Archive. If you were subscribed to Jaboody Studios, then you got to go nowhere. You're right there, boy. But look over here in the featured channels and look at there, Jaboody Show, or you can straight up just type youtube.com/Jaboody Show.
Hey, wait a minute. You guys used to do highlights way back in the day. What happened?
Well,
That's right, people. We're bringing them back because there's a demand for them, okay?
Why are they on another channel?
It's a long and boring story, so we won't even tell you why because it's not even entertaining. But
you guys don't care.
But the real thing is now there's a place you can go where at the end of every stream we kind of sit together instead of scrubbing through a 3-hour VOD. We go, what were the best moments? What were the moments that people clipped tonight? We pull up where all the clips were made and we chop it out right then and there while it's fresh in our minds. And then we hit render and we put our little put the love into it, make a nice little thumbnail, and we put it on this new YouTube channel.
So you said we highlight a lot of the most clipped moments. So that means that the people that are watching basically decide what the highlights are, right? Whatever gets clipped the most.
True.
It's up to the people.
It's up to you people.
So the people make the decision. They say, this was a clip, this was a clip, this was a clip. We go, wow, 3 people made clips here, 2 people made clips there, 1 guy made a clip there. Looks good. Look at it. Chop it up, put it together. Boom. 5 to 20 minutes. That's what we're looking at, folks. Some of you guys want to live in VOD gang, but 3 hours is a tall order. I understand.
Yeah.
But hey, let me give you the best moments. You just go right there. Let's just give it to them, boys. Let's bonk them on the head. Give them the best moments.
Just giving people options.
We're making
that's all people want is options. Maybe I want to watch the full VOD. Maybe I don't have time. Maybe I want to watch the highlights. What's wrong with that?
Well, I mean, and it's just a YouTube channel, so you guys subscribe to it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Got to subscribe. You got to watch every episode all the way through.
That would help a lot.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Also, another reason why people are probably wondering, we have the VODs on the archive. That's 3.5 hours, usually 3 to 3.5 hour, 4 hour.
It's a lot. It's a lot of content.
And we talked to YouTube geniuses, and they said that's drowning out the idea of doing anything shorter than that. So if you do a video that's 10 minutes, and then you upload a 6-hour video, and it's going, wow, these fuckers aren't watching the whole 6 hours. It makes the other videos just get drowned out. It doesn't let anyone see them.
And isn't that a bitch too? Because you're like, oh, we got people watching 2 hours of our content. That's great, right?
Yeah.
Out of a 6-hour video, no, it's not. So it's like, you know what?
It really tanks the idea of doing other videos. So this is for the 5 to 20 minuters, maybe a 30-minuter, little short, sweet. Just the cream of the crop.
And you know what? At the end of the day, it's additional content. We're not subtracting anything. We're just, if anything, we're working harder than we ever have.
We're making it so much. We do give options, boys.
Options.
We make it easy, and we give options to the people who want to digest our content. Boy, do we make it easy.
Speaking of options, I mean, I think we all know, especially if you're in the Jaboody sphere.
Yes.
Our social media game has been stepping up.
Oh, boys.
I mean, in the past, it's been lacking. Let's just be real.
True.
Let's just be real. We're boomers. We stayed away from the social media. We were strictly on YouTube. But that's all coming. That's all changing. It's all coming to an end.
Like old school YouTube was, my content will speak for itself. Okay, that's great. Have great content.
Yeah.
But people have to find it. There's so much everything, right?
Yes.
You have to be able to show people it.
Yes.
That's what this is all about.
So, yeah, the whole time I came from the world of starting YouTube and being like, okay, well, these are funny videos. Oh, wow, I'm getting views. Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. And just making them because they're fun. And then, oh, wow, it's actually paying bills and I can buy myself lunch. Wow, this is cool.
I can buy food because of this. Yes.
And then
people like watching it.
And then we did Twitch and we're like, wow, now people are supporting us. Wow, we can open up our own thing. And then we did Patreon and go, wow, we can have our own studio space and work full time making shit that we think is funny and making people laugh. And then somewhere along there, Instagram and Twitter came out, and I just went, why would you do that?
There's no, it's stupid. Why?
Why would you take pictures of your food?
I was like, it was like to me, it was either your nice big butt or your nice big plate of food. And I was like, I ain't got
big butt. Yeah, they don't have either of those. So,
well, it's all right, but it's not big. And I don't think people would really give me millions of likes for it. I'd get a few.
It's,
some hair.
I think you sell yourself short.
Don't be so humble. You know,
there's some hair in there.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Unfollow.
Yeah, in there. Yeah, it's a real problem. Talk about dingleberries, but now I realize that it's just another place for us to throw our stuff out there, so people can go. Because it's crazy how much we put a clip out there and people go, whoa, where have you been?
That blows my mind.
I've been here the whole time.
We've been making content. People are like, oh, you guys are back from the dead. Oh shit. No, motherfucker. We've been here.
Yeah. I think when you get a hardcore community like we have, and thank you guys, especially the patrons. If you guys on the Patreon, thank you guys. You guys are above and beyond amazing.
Patrons.
But for the everyday person who lives their life 9 to 5, just is doing their thing, it's so easy to get closed-minded. I'm like, why aren't these people following my thing? It's like, well, I mean, people got lives. People can move on. You gotta give them the opportunity to rediscover you.
It's like a bubble.
True.
When you're working on this stuff all day, you really feel like you're in a bubble, kind of. You're like, you don't realize like you gotta throw the net out there so people could see it. In terms of the dubs, it's this last you guys know we did the Christmas dub. We did the other cartoons. They got blocked. And then we kind of took January, bled into February. Here we are, March already, boys.
Flying by.
We did a lot of show back-end stuff, business back-end stuff, just stuff that needed cleaning, getting the social medias cleaned up. And now that the dust is sort of settling with all of that, now we're doing more dubs. We're back in the dubs, and we've been slowly plotting out what to do with the dubs because the blocking is, that pisses me right off.
It's a killer.
There's nothing worse than when we work on a dub for, I'd say 2 or 3 weeks, and we finally upload it, and it just goes blocked. And
Can't
you go,
watch it.
Why?
Don't get me wrong, patrons.
I'm like,
don't get me wrong.
No, yeah,
love giving it to the patrons.
We love giving it to the patrons, but it's like
general public just thinks we're dead.
Yeah, And it's like it's not our fault because we're making the content and we just can't show it to people.
Yes.
And I'm like, we don't even want to monetize it. We're not even trying to make money off it. I just want to show it to people.
Just want it out there.
But they say no. Not today.
So we've been slowly plotting using Venn diagrams, consulting scientists and YouTube
pie charts,
YouTube scientists,
Cornell style notes.
We've figured out our Twitch stuff. So the Twitch stuff is set up. It's ready to go. Get on the Instagram. Get on the thing. Dub it out. We've cleaned it up. We've set it up. We've been cleaning up a lot of stuff, social media stuff. All that stuff's good to go. And then we sat around with the dubs and said, what do we do? So now there's these ideas we got, and we're gonna move forward with them. Plan of action A is already in. It's going. Instagram's starting to pop off. We've awoken the beast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've always said that Dub It Out, I feel like, is made for Instagram. Because in the world of Instagram, anything goes. You can show fight clips. You can show public freakouts. They're not going to censor shit.
I literally opened my app and I said to these guys, because I'm like, there's a guy eating poop. There's literally a guy eating poop.
And that shit went viral. Yeah. No pun intended.
And it was on a very big account. And I'm like, wow, you can just show just pure degeneracy.
And yeah, bro, because every other day I'll open up my Instagram and just porn, just a girl's ass open. Yeah. I'm like, okay, well, they just really don't care, huh?
Real hard to focus when that's going on.
Yeah, I gotta close that shit.
And we come from the world of YouTube, so we're always thinking scalability in terms of content, especially with Dub It Out, right? Like, we don't want Dub It Out to be this, community strike thing. We're always trying to revamp it to make it better.
Yes.
And so it's not going to have that opportunity of, oh, you showed that one video with the guy eating poop, and then it gets taken away.
Right. Yeah. But the first plan of action as far as the dubs go, because I know most people know us for the dubs. A lot of people out there looking for the dubs. Where's the dubs? Other than the ones getting blocked, and we've had ideas for things, and I would just before even working on it, just upload it and just see if YouTube blocks it, and they blocked a few. So some ideas we had just didn't work out. Fortunately, Guy Fieri still looks like it has a chance. Anything TLC is just fucked.
Oh, yeah. And
TLC became
bummer,
monetization vultures on YouTube, so you can't get past them.
That's such a bummer because their channel had such dub-worthy content. Yeah. A lot of their shows are so perfect for dubbing.
It seems like what's up is already good. Like if you were in, then you're good. But if you
future.
Looking into the future, you will get blocked, not demonetized. Blocked. I meant to say they're heavy blockers now is what they're after.
Yeah. So one of the ideas that Justin was talking about, or an idea we've had for a very long time now, but we just didn't know where to put it because I think putting it on Jaboody dubs just wouldn't really work. We wanted to dub viral videos. Just anything.
I think
that's
it will,
popular.
but
I mean,
we've crafted it out and we figured it out. So let me show you folks what we're doing. So this is the stuff going up on Instagram. Boom, there it is. Wow, it fits the format.
We found a place for it. Instagram, baby.
We studied the format. We talked to experts. We figured it out how they do it, what they do it, how they do it, and we're starting to do it. So now we're doing little derpy, little one-off, little 30-second, 20-second, 1 minute. I don't know. I think Instagram's good for 60 seconds.
Yeah.
So now we're putting these up on the Instagram at Jaboody Dubs Official. A lot of you guys are following that already. Thank you.
Go.
So head over there and now we're dishing out little dubs here and there. This is 25 seconds, baby.
Oh, and by the way, people, it's so easy to share shit on Instagram. Yes. Tag your homies, tag your friends, because we're trying to get to 50K.
Thank you, guys.
So throwing up these little clips. Maybe when we gather a bunch of them, we'll put them together.
Like a compilation?
Make a compilation, much like how we do the cartoons. Will it live on? Will it survive on YouTube? I don't know. Maybe
it depends on you guys.
It depends if the lady falling through the ceiling claims the video and blocks it, or whoever owns these clips.
Yeah.
It is still the Wild West, and people will buy things and own them and go after and block. Oh, I think most of these guys, though, they're little
smarter.
Viral clips, they're after the monetization.
Yeah.
They're not after the blockage.
Yeah.
It's this new block versus monetization battle that YouTube's currently going through. But so if you want to see little clips where this lady
waiting
is,
for my food. Fucking bitch.
so this actual clip is no audio, so we dubbed the narration part of this.
Wrong as shit. And I swear to God, bro, like the ceiling wobbling, fool.
Nah, for you tripping.
Look. You can see it. Look, wobbling.
It's on a terremoto for.
No mames, bro. I'm telling you, it's a terremoto, way.
Fuck, dog. Whatever is haunted.
Yeah, El Cucuy or something. Oh my God!
La Llorona!
La Llorona. fool. So, yeah,
Motherfucker.
little clips like that, which we do on, Dub It Out. It's no stranger to Dub It
Yeah,
Out,
we
but
do that kind
it's
of shit all the time.
it's kind of fun to take them to the next level and do like a little bit of more audio love, a little bit of like concentrate it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like or Dub It Out's the raw cup of juice, but this is like just wringing out just the
pulp?
The sample.
Yeah, the sampling. Just
Okay.
making it nice and neat and making it a Jaboody dub. So we always wanted to experiment with that, so you guys could check those out. And also with the dubs, we're looking at doing video game stuff because I noticed.
I like that.
I was sitting around going, what happened to everybody else who does dubs if they didn't get deleted? I saw Brock's dubs. He did the Marriage Story thing, which was cool. I've seen Bad Lip Reading. They're like owned by Disney, so they get to do whatever they want.
The hell they want.
Team 4-Star is doing abridged Final Fantasy VII with the gameplay, and I was like, that's actually really smart. It's
good
but
idea.
But there's something there, and I was like, I did it on Node, and I was like, we should look into that more. So we're gonna try looking into that a little bit too, doing a little bit of. I'm looking at like classics and stuff, but like
So would you say like video game cutscenes?
Yes, video game cutscenes. Maybe not like Team 4-Star is good at doing an abridged series, but your Jaboody boys, we like to do those little one-offs. Like on Node, we did The Last of Us. I did stuff like that. So taking a cutscene, even out of context, and just making it a funny little weird thing, stuff like that, because then they can't take it away.
And dude, the way that the cutscenes are in video games today is like a little movie. So I'm like, I feel like it's just perfect. Like, we could totally make that into something.
Spider-Man PS4 is a big one I'm looking at. Resident Evil 2 Remake's big one I'm looking at. Batman Arkham series,
Star
Last of
Wars,
Us,
Fallen
Uncharted,
Order.
Metal Gear, fucking who knows, fucking Mario games. I don't know.
You guys can make suggestions too.
We're looking into it. The big thing I've always seen, and my problem with this is the subtitles, but I think it's as simple as we need to just come up with a cool, classy look that we cover up the subtitles and we just put our own, just like black bar them out, and just put our own. Most of the cutscenes from video games, especially ones that are, here's the whole movie version of the game on YouTube, it's all, the subtitles are baked into it. But just to save time, we might start looking into doing that, because then we can put it up and it's guaranteed that the general public will get to see it.
Yeah.
For now.
For now, we'll see. We'll see.
YouTube's working against that.
There's no more definites unless you're just eating hot dogs and taste testing stuff like old school.
Shout out to Badlands.
Yeah, Badlands
Chugging
chug.
some thick water.
we could dub some Badlands chugs.
But yeah, get all over the social media, boys. I'm telling you, I don't know. Some of you guys still use Facebook. I think we're trying to make our Instagram is the main stuff we're gonna do.
Who still uses Facebook, man?
Grandmothers.
Well, all you grannies out there, make sure you like and subscribe, I guess.
Oh, I will, dearie.
It's the easiest
will.
way for me to join an event like my grandson's
Damon's
graduation.
my favorite of all the Jaboody boys, and I shall follow him on Facebook.
Oh, man.
Events are planned and so easy to schedule, and it's so easy to let them know that I might be attending.
My grandson came online. Oh, hello, Derek. Can you hear me?
Derek, I poked you.
Hello.
Derek, don't you love me? Poke me back.
Instagram's where it's at, boys. Get on the Instagram, because most and if you're on the Facebook, you'll get Instagram posts. I think we'll start going over there. I think if we could figure that out.
I gotta figure it out.
But Instagram, and also I think mostly by and large at Jaboody Show. On Twitter as well, and then you guys know us, Jaboody Justin. We're starting to hard bake it into everything, boys. You won't be able to get away from it now.
Yep.
You can't get away.
We're about to start spamming.
We're doing our thing.
Fuck it, dude. We're spamming. Who cares, bro? You guys want to follow us?
Wait,
now
what's
you know
this?
where. Oh,
I've been doing some promo stuff, artworks, on mine at Jaboody Justin on Instagram. Doing some drawings. I wanted to give the boys the gorillas. Oh, thank you.
We're getting a lot of love. It's a great drawing. I have a very weird face. It's hard to capture, and Justin captured it perfectly. I got to give props where props are due.
I really got Louie sausagey.
He managed to
grabby hands.
He managed to make my boy Louie look like he belongs in the hip hop scene. How do you do that? How do you do that?
Yeah, I don't know. Louie, I had to give him different overalls because he was wearing some Wranglers. But I came up with a style that I think is sort of mine, mixed with a little bit of caricaturing. And from here, I'll be doing some more artworks promoting the boys like some sort of gorillas band. But that's the idea behind it. So
glad I got sunshine in a bed.
it'll be kind of cool to put some
Yeah.
promo artwork on it.
Very
Big,
nice.
big
Hell
fan
yeah.
of big fan of the Jamie Hewlett. The music's okay,
His music's all right. I love his art though.
or I guess it would be
I think it's better than average.
what's his name? Not
Damien,
Jamie's
Damien something.
yeah, you know, he's got
I
your name.
fucking
What's his
forget.
name?
His Damien something.
Damon Albarn.
Yeah, thank
Blur
you.
guy. He does the Gorillaz
He
music.
does the music.
Yeah.
For
Some
it.
songs are
Bangers.
some bang, some don't bang.
Feel Good Inc. Claps.
Feel good.
I guess it's just too much of it, huh?
I think
You
they
heard
had
it too much when it came out.
Yeah.
Might be one of
Yeah,
those.
like
For
an
me,
overlay.
that's what Feel Good is. I
Yeah.
can hear it and I could tell it's a good song, and I know it was clapped and slapped when it came out. But same thing with Clint Eastwood. You know it's good, but you just heard it so many times.
Oh
Yeah.
man, dude, when Clint Eastwood came out, holy shit, it was everywhere.
Yeah,
it was
you know it
everywhere.
claps. But I
Yeah.
love Jamie Hewlett's artwork. Still, always go right back to him as one of my favorites. So it's kind of cool coming up with a style mixture that I think is sort of close to something of that and a representation of your boys. So stay tuned for more at Jaboody Justin.
And Justin's an amazing, talented artist, and same as Damon. So
Donner's
thank you guys
killing
for
it, too.
Oh, thank
doing
you.
amazing art.
Thank you. I'm working on it.
Get on the Instagrams. All right. So social media. That's what our big update is, and the new channel. Now what?
You went to see Book of Mormon.
I
right?
saw Book of Mormon. I was telling Damon all about it.
Yeah.
But I didn't
I'm
get to
excited
talk
to
to you
hear
about
about
it.
it, yeah.
It was like the coolest, best show I think I've ever seen.
Well, let me
in
stop you right there.
person.
If you're a huge fan of South Park, a must see, right?
I would say this is just a must see for everybody.
Oh,
dude.
wow.
This shit.
Very cool.
Everyone.
Because and as I was watching, I was like, these like Trey and Matt, the creators of South Park, they're so fucking smart, dude. Like the genre that they hit with Book of Mormon is so perfect because if you're religious, you should see it. If you like singing, you should see it. If you like dancing, you should see it. If you like comedy, you should see it. And I was like, they pretty much hit everything.
I
It's really
like
cool.
all of those things.
Like, if you're religious, that's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah.
And if you don't take yourself too seriously with it, then you'll really enjoy it. But I think even if you are a serious religious person, you'd watch this and laugh.
Yeah, yeah.
Their way of delivering is so fucking good, dude. Like, I leave there, I'm like, fuck, what am I doing? I want to do something
Yeah.
now. I want to make a musical.
I was about to say that shit leave you inspired.
That shit leave, like, because it's, you know, it is what it is. So there's lots of singing. There's lots of, like, lots
It's
of
a musical.
that. It's a
Yeah.
musical. It's just song after song after song. And, like, I've seen clips, but I'm glad I stayed away from watching, like, a bootleg recording.
I haven't seen anything.
It's, dude, buy a ticket. I'm telling you. It'll be 7 months out because it's sold out because fuckers buy a subscription
Oh,
and they
just
go
watch it
every
over
week.
and over again.
Yeah,
Why
so
do they-
it's sold out.
Why do they let people do that?
Well, money, baby.
Money,
I mean, well,
baby.
I know,
Money,
but
baby.
I mean, they're gonna sell the seats out. Why are you gonna sell it out to the same motherfuckers that already get to see it? That
And
ain't
also-
fair.
it
Guaranteed.
That
also-
ain't fair.
It surges the prices up too.
Yeah, surges the price. So I mean, I was sitting near the back, and it was a small room. I was like, I could see everybody's faces. I
Oh,
could
that's
hear
cool.
everything. So the fact that the guy 2 seats in front of me, I could touch his shoulder. He's paying $300 more. Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't help.
If you could sit in the back, $150 a seat. Still, I mean,
So it's not like nosebleeds or anything. It's
no, they're
Okay.
like you can sit in those box seats up there. But I wondered if my seat was even better because I was straight down the middle.
That's where Lincoln got shot.
Yeah, it's dangerous up there.
yeah. You won't get assassinated down in the boonies.
But it starts and it's Trey in the beginning and it's his voice. So
Oh, it's a
you
VO.
just throughout the whole thing, you just feel the touch of South Park throughout the entire thing, like to a T. Even the way I noticed, like it's about Mormon kids who go off on their journey, and it was actually really funny. My girlfriend's South African. I knew that parts of it referenced Africa. I didn't know the whole thing takes place in Africa.
Oh, I had no idea.
And it's
I didn't know that either.
specifically Uganda, and it's showing like
that's
how
awesome.
fucked up it is. So every time the people would say how fucked up it is, my girlfriend would lean over and go, "That's actually what they believe." Big true. They're like, we rape babies because getting rid of AIDS, the only way you can do that, or so they've been told, is
Jesus.
to rape a virgin.
Yeah.
To take it from a
That's
virgin.
actually true.
So there's a character in
Oh,
there
come on, my brothers.
who
We gotta
his
come on now.
thing is to just rape babies because he's like, well, I got to get rid of my AIDS. So see you guys later. I'm gonna go rape
Oh,
babies. And you're
fuck.
like, yo, fuck. And she's
dark.
like, it's so fucked up, but that's what their government tells them.
Jesus Christ.
But the depiction of Africa in it is, she said it was like spot on. It's like so, dude, it is so fucking funny. and well done. And when I'm sitting there thinking about, dollar value, what you pay for and what you get is so many of these talented adults singing and dancing and doing everything live in front of you where I guess there is room for error.
Oh,
and what I also didn't realize is down in the front, down below is the band.
Yes.
I
The orchestra
forgot
pit.
it's a live music too.
Wow.
So not only is that guy going, I believe, like there's a fucking band down there perfectly
playing the
timed
drums,
with them.
playing the clarinet and all that shit.
It's a legit performance.
Dude, insane. But it starts off and there's like Jesus. It goes, hey guys, I'm Jesus. Hey guys. It kind of like Cartman's voice.
Yeah.
I think it was dubbed. Some parts are dubbed by Trey. It's so fucking South Parky. To me, it was like this is the South Park episode I've been waiting to see because
Interesting.
South Park now has been about the weed farm a lot. I didn't watch too
Yeah.
much of the new season. It's kind of one big story. This was just like concentrated, hardcore South Park humor in one movie.
I go back to their movies, and Basketball, in my opinion, was okay. But like Orgasmo was really good. Bigger, Longer, Uncut, phenomenal. I feel like Matt and Trey got so much success and probably got a lot of money. Where to get the Larry David level of money, where it's the fuck you money.
Yeah.
Where I can just buy something and do something. I don't care if it's good or not. We're just gonna do it because we want to do it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember their because I would watch interviews because like, what is this thing? What are they doing with the Book of Mormon? Like a long time ago when it came out, and I remember them talking to the guy who was like, he does plays like this, and he was like, you guys should do one. You guys should do one. Orgasmo. Like he was telling, and they were like had dinner with the guy, and they're like, we would only do it if we could do it on the Book of Mormon because it's so ridiculous. It's just it would be so fun to do.
Yeah.
And you could tell that was just the thing that they wanted to do. It's written all over it. And also, when you go see these, I guess even if you saw it in the morning versus at night, you'll see a different crew.
Sure.
You see a different singers.
Yeah, different team.
I swear the guys that we got were like the best. Like I watched the clips online. Our guys were way better in LA.
Wow.
They were fucking amazing. Like it's mostly about a perfect Mormon prodigy guy who's like, I'm going to do incredible things. And then his short little stumpy, I'm your best friend, kind of like losery guy.
Yeah.
And our losery guy was so perfect. He was like middle-aged, little chubsy, like 5'2" short guy. And the other guy's like a perfect human being, like the prodigy.
And Adonis.
And dude, this little guy, ours was so funny. Like there's I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a part where he is rising up to an occasion and he's singing a sad song like, what did Jesus do when he was on the cross? He manned up. And then music starts kicking in. He goes, he manned up, took it on the chin. And dude, this little guy fucking runs across the stage, power slides like 20 feet and just starts humping. He manned up. Jesus manned
That's
up.
what Jesus did.
It was so fucking good and so funny. And like I've never laughed so hard just watching so many grown adults in costume. And that's I think what makes me laugh. And you realize these are like full-blown adults and they're like in costume and they're doing like hokey little dances and stuff, and they're all like in sync. It's so fucking good for that reason alone.
Damn.
Like when they're in Africa, there's like a big African lady with like a dress that's all tattered on the bottom, and she's like dancing and doing these like she's twerking, and people like clapping her ass and stuff. And they do a scene where they go to Mormon hell and fucking Hitler's getting a blowjob. And it's so funny. The guy's like pantomiming the blowjob from the back. And Hitler's like, yeah. And then he gets up and they go, nice. And they high five. It's just so good, dude. If you guys can see it, I'm telling you, it is like a must see.
I also guarantee
so good.
There's a lot of people that have never seen like a live theatrical performance before. It's a different energy. It's different than a movie because you're actually hearing the person talk at you versus a speaker projecting a copy of what was done.
Yeah.
And the people are laughing and having the reactions along with you. So it's almost like a stand-up comedy show meets a movie.
Yeah, because you can watch stand-up comedy and it's not that great. Like when you watch it, like a clip of like a guy who's considered good, but when you see him live, your face will hurt because you're smiling and laughing because it's in the air.
You're there.
It's infectious too.
Yeah. So, but dude, like the end, especially like the two main characters of a part where they join in the I believe. And dude, my chair was vibrating and shaking. I'm like,
That's
these
crazy,
fuckers
man.
are singing so goddamn good.
It's crazy how some people are just that good at singing. Like, not only just singing, but performing at the same time, dancing and all that. Because you don't even think about, like, when you're dancing and you're up there, like, your voice is going to take a toll on your voice because of all the movement and everything you're doing is going to wear you out. You're going to be tired, right?
Yes.
But to be able to still hold notes like that at the same time, I'm like, God.
And
damn.
not only that,
man.
remember your lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You have to also act.
Fuck, dude.
That's crazy.
That to me is just it was blowing my mind song after song after song.
I need to go watch it.
Yeah.
It is so good, dude. That is the best live thing I've ever seen.
I think
crazy.
The amount of talent.
I always heard rumors that they do a movie. Do you think a movie would do it justice?
I thought
or
they would,
should it
but-
stay
So
act?
as soon as it was over, I went in my car. I was like, Spotify, I want to hear that one again. And like the sound, the actual soundtrack, it's like not even close to like
Don't you
what
hate
I
that?
got.
I hate that.
Like what I heard was so good. Like the little guy going, "Man up!" It was so much more. It's kind of cool because you could tell it's South Parky. Like for instance, when the boys are getting, they do a song. They pair up in twos and they get chosen where they're gonna go. The main character's like, I hope it's Orlando, I love you. He's like doing his whole Orlando thing. And then like the parents are like sending him off. And the dad is like, he could just be like, well, son, I hope you have a good time. But he's like, well, son, like he kind of has a South Parky voice.
Yeah.
And all the guys were
man.
like, yeah, I'm so excited. And I was like, they sound like Terrence and Phillip.
Cartoon.
Dude,
I don't know. It's just
I'd be sold if you were just like, it's
perfect,
It's real life South Park.
That's awesome.
I'm just like, I gotta see it.
Yeah.
I gotta get my ticket.
And it was just so funny for the Africa stuff was just, it's so fucking funny, dude. Man, it was good. Fuck, I want to tell you more about it, but I don't
gotta
spoil
go watch
it.
it.
Yeah,
yeah.
we just gotta go see it.
The only downside is that it's in L.A.
That's what's
oh.
holding me back,
And
my friend.
dude, I will tell you, I left with maybe 40 minutes spare time, wiggle room. Traffic ate up about 15, 20 minutes of that. And as I'm pulling up, we're reading the tickets, and it says if you're late, if you don't get there at curtain calls 2.
Yeah.
And it's like 1. I was like, we're gonna get there 1:30. We're gonna get there. Now parking in LA is different.
That's what I was gonna say.
That alone
So I was
has
like,
me furious.
started
Furious, bro.
as I'm sitting in that traffic's not moving, I'm seeing the estimated ETA go up on my phone, GPS. I'm getting that burning feeling in the back of my head.
Each minute's a droplet of sweat.
And it's like red on the phone, and I'm like, ooh, I'm getting heated. And then I get to the light, and it's just in the heart of downtown where this thing is.
Oh.
All the streets are red, like blacked out traffic. Dude, it was fucking just the worst, atrocious, dude. Like, it was a left turn to turn left out of like a 2-lane street in LA, a 4-lane, 2 lanes this way, 2 lanes this way. It was a left turn. It's backed up all the way back here to turn left.
Right.
And so I'm trying to turn left, and people are honking at me because I'm in a straight. I'm still
You're
ready to
trying
go
to
straight.
merge over,
I
right?
can't go left yet. So people are honking. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can. Maybe it's not even there. Maybe it's down here. Maybe I don't know. So I go straight. I go, no, that was it. That was the turn. And now you've missed it. And if you want to go back, that's another 15 minutes because you're going to have to go around because now I was already fucked and I hit just construction. And for what I saw from the people trying to turn left was just like 20 cars stacked up. And then around the other block, dude, I don't even know. I lost count. It wrapped around and around. And now it's 1:40.
Oh, man.
Curtain calls at 2. They say if you don't make it, they close the door and you have to watch it on a TV in the lobby.
No!
It's not the same.
So I drive past that. I go to this thing, and I'm looking just for a public parking thing, and I can't find one. And now I'm like 5 blocks away. I'm like, if I get this, we'll be walking for days. We won't make it. So I turn around, and I try to go, maybe I can weasel my way back in. I'll just do an asshole move. I'm turning left back into the lane to get in. And the guys are out there wearing the Book of Mormon stuff, and they're like, they don't care. They're just doing this. And everyone's fucked, and they know you're fucked, and they're just waving their little traffic thing around. And I'm like, dude, I can't. And I try to, and now I'm in the middle of the intersection. People are honking at me. And it's just swelling in the back of your head. You're like, you tried to go during a green light and you were fucked. And now you're in the middle of an intersection. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I go around and I just drive straight. And I just go 1 block, 2 block.
Mormon God, please take my wheel.
At this point, I'm almost like, let's just go home. Let's just not.
That's
We bought these
classic, dude.
tickets.
Dude, that's how frustrating it is,
Yeah.
man.
We bought these tickets, and she bought these for me in September, and it's sold out.
And your birthday's
now
in
we're going.
January.
This was a Christmas gift.
Oh,
It
this
was
is a
purchased
Christmas
in
gift.
September.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, I'll just buy them, and we'll just go in another half a year. Just fuck it, dude. And then I turn, and I'm like, I don't even know where I'm going. I'm trying to Google parking lot.
Yeah,
and a million of them pop up, and some of them are corporate only. I'm like, how is LA not up to date enough that your GPS goes, you have arrived. Here are local public $5 parkings. It should
Right.
do that. It knows you're fucked.
Yeah,
So-
Elon Musk, you stupid bitch.
So I'm driving and I just turn down this thing, and it's like I'm almost about to accidentally get on the freeway again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just kill me. And then my girlfriend goes, well, what's that? And we turn into this thing, and it's like a little like side street in front of like a corporate building that it's just a one street. It's not a, you can't go this way. It's a one through street with a curb. And there's two signs, and they're next to each other. One says 15 minutes. The other one says 2 hours.
Coin flip it.
And I was like, the show's 2.5 hours. And then I was like, you know what? How many times did I park in that McDonald's at Disneyland that says you'll get towed if you park here? At least 30 times, and nothing ever happened to me.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it.
Took a chance?
Parked there. We had to walk a 10-minute walk. Wasn't that bad. Got there, and I still see everybody in their car. And they're
Doing the
still
circle.
sitting there. And I'm like, you know
shit.
what? If I waited in that, probably wouldn't have been here.
Yeah.
But hey, if I come back to my car and this giant fucking lock on the wheel, fuck it, dude. I'll just Uber home and we'll just
Figure it
Figure it
out.
out.
Man, I hate LA traffic in the parking situations. People always ask me, they're like not from the area. They're like, oh, you hate going to LA? I'm like, fuck yeah, I hate going to LA for that reason alone. Like, I could have the greatest plans ever in LA, but whatever I'm going to go do, the parking situation is going to make me hate it, bro.
Yeah.
I hate trying to find somewhere to park.
Parking is
And
just insane.
Didn't you say that there was construction down there too?
Yeah, construction everywhere.
Always construction.
lanes are
I'm like,
closed.
I hope these motherfuckers are building more parking spaces, because why is there always construction everywhere in
No,
LA?
just building more traffic.
Yeah,
Just
Well,
building
we're,
traffic.
we're actually taking away a few lanes.
Just slowing it down.
Yeah, we're making it worse for people.
Shitty ordinance says there's too many street lanes. We need to merge them all.
So yeah,
Dude,
the worst,
I leave
man.
the car there, and it's in like, there's like skateboarders around and homeless people, and I lock it like 3 times, and I take a few steps. She's like, did you lock it? I'm like, did I lock it? You know, I'm just like, I think I locked it. And then so it just added another thing, even though I know I did, because I looked around, I was like, I better lock my fucking car. I lock it a million times. Did I lock it? I don't know if I lock. Let's just go. And it made the first 10 minutes hard to enjoy, because I'm just imagining some guy just loading up my car, the big hook
Look at this
on.
guy.
We
Fucking
got
idiot.
another one.
Tried to go see the show, huh?
Somebody else thought the 2-hour sign was the real one instead of 15-minute, huh?
Gets them every time.
Enjoy your show.
Every time. And there was like maybe 2 cars out there on this long strip, you know. And so after like getting in and watching and seeing how amazing the show was, I was like, fuck it, dude. If it's a fucking $50, $100 ticket, fuck me. Just fuck me in the ass. If the car was unlocked, let the hobo guy take my AirPods. Fuck it. Just fuck it all.
I just
take it
want to
all.
see the show.
I
Fuck it.
I'm here for the show.
I just want to
wanna
have
watch
a
it.
nice show.
And I believe my car
Man
will be
up.
fine.
Man up.
Fuck, dude. So enjoying the show, whatever.
Yeah,
After it's
yeah.
over, did a little intermission. I'm feeling fine. I'm like, fuck it. I'm already over it. Get back to the car. There's now, as soon as I get back to my car, there's the whole thing's filled up. Cars all over that
it's filled
street.
up. Okay.
And no ticket.
Yes.
On
Let's
my
go.
car. Can you believe it? Not
Let's
a ticket.
go.
No ticket. No thing on the wheel. I got away scot-free. I can't fucking believe that happened.
That shouldn't happen.
Just a hobo
Shouldn't have happened.
trying to wash your windshields. That's it. Spiritual change. Come on.
So
now.
after
Come on now.
that, I was like, it was a miracle, man. And I believe, dude. Fuck me. That was so stressful.
Oh yeah.
You gonna be a
man.
Mormon now?
I don't know, dude. Probably. Why not at this point? They're just making up shit. Sure. Why not? So the whole play's so funny. It's
Oh,
so
man.
funny how they blatantly say like how this stuff is just all sounds so made up, but you just gotta believe.
It's so
Just
true,
believe.
man. Growing up a Christian, I could totally relate to that. Just
It's
how ridiculous a lot of it sounds.
There's so many parts where the characters are like, here's some plates made of gold. Don't let anyone see them ever. Sure.
All right.
So he buried them in his backyard and
have
never
faith.
told anyone. He's like, never tell anyone. And he goes, why? He goes, I don't know. It's just how it is.
That's the way God works.
It's the way God wants it. And
He's
you're like, all right.
He's a picky one, that
All
God.
right. I think they quote, that's just what we're going for. I was like, oh, it's so perfect, man.
That's
But yeah,
funny, man.
amazing show.
Need to check
So
it
good.
out.
Always wanted to see it. Amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, no ticket, boys. Whew.
No
Feels good, man.
ticket.
What a rush, dude. What a
I
fucking
hate
rush.
that, man. Because I've been in that situation so many times where you're in a hurry to park somewhere and you'll pass parking lots and this motherfucker's got a sign that says $30. You're like, nope, I can find better than $30. Pass another one, $40. Fuck, I should have went for the $30 back there.
Yep.
Fuck, and you're just in a
And
hurry.
then you
you're
drive
just
back
like,
to the 21. He's like, it's all full.
It's full.
and you're
It's
like,
so
kill me.
Full.
Just end it right now.
Yeah, later we met friends for dinner West Hollywood. So
Oh.
went to Little Tokyo for a little bit, which just parking there was scary, but at least they had a parking structure and there was space. Hung out there for a bit. Then I went to West Hollywood, parked right at the restaurant. It says $10. I give the guy 20, waiting for change. He goes, "Thank you." Starts walking away.
Thank you very much.
And I'm like,
Thank you.
just fucking take the money and leave me alone.
Well,
I go,
See, that's how
I'm
they-
like, why does it say $10? You go, that's for 20 minutes.
okay.
Dude, that's how they get you, though.
Yeah.
20 minutes?
They know
$10.
They know you're frustrated.
and you have no option.
And you have no option, so they just
What are you
go
going to do?
like, They do the old switcheroo. They switch the sign from 30 to 50.
Hey,
What are you gonna do?
you have to pay. You have to
Dude,
pay.
I'm driving around. I'm like, did fucking Dr. Seuss design these streets? It's fucking insane, dude. I got honked at so many times. Like, I don't know which way is what, dude. A left turn here, a left turn there, a left turn everywhere.
Left turn, right
did
turn,
not-
everywhere.
I did not left turn.
And
at
they
the right
don't
turn.
have like First Street, Second Street. It's all Ferragosa, Bellirosse, Bergosa, Baribasi, Baribosa, Bosca.
Sunset.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Sunset.
I went
You're
went
like,
through
where am I?
I went through that same shit
Figueroa.
when I went down to the Kobe Memorial. I was just trying to find anywhere to put my car, and I just ended up parking in the Staples Center main parking lot because it was like $25. But I was like, dude, $25 is just. I hate that it's that expensive, but the convenience of it and not have to fucking worry about the parking, I'll do it. I'm like, they got me. I don't care. I'm just doing it.
$20 is
Fucking
so
$25, dude.
expensive. Ugh.
Oh,
if you
hate it.
own a lot there, oh man,
You're just cashing
you're
it in.
ripping people off,
just
man.
making so much money off of people just trying to
So-
put that car somewhere.
There was a single parking spot in a parking structure in San Francisco that you can lease, not own, lease for $100,000 a month.
God damn.
Just a parking spot in a
Business.
structure.
A business expense.
And I guarantee you someone took it.
Worth every penny.
Fuck, dude. It was exhausting, draining. Took off maybe a few days of my life. It was just the worst. But the show made it worth it all. So
The show
fucking
must go
good.
on.
There you go.
But yes, a lot of singing and dancing.
Blowjob.
Blowjobs.
Hitler blowjobs.
Super dope. Anything else to report? That's about it. That's about it for
alright.
me, boys.
You guys want to hop into these questions?
We have a million questions from the people.
Let me see if this shit works still.
Probably not.
Nope, it never does.
You always have to click it
Son
on.
of a bitch. There it is.
Patreon Q&A.
All right.
Remix. Let's see here. Soil Dwarf asked, you guys trying to keep it fresh. Are there ideas
Always.
for content that you end up trashing because your heart wasn't in it? And if so, what's the brainstorming process before you go through to keep it original and fun? That's
interesting.
That's just do we
It
want to
is-
do it?
it is
there-
interesting. It's
is there-
interesting.
Is there energy behind it? Does it have a pulse? Are we excited?
A lot of the times, I feel like one of the three of us will come up with an idea, and we'll just try to get it approved by the other two people. And
Yeah.
if that works, then we'll go forward from there. But a lot of the times, we'll just say like, "No, that's not a good idea. Let's do something else."
Yeah,
And we'll just be honest with each other. Like, I don't think that's gonna be a hit, or I don't think that's gonna take off. Like,
Yeah,
we'll
my
just be honest.
mind's always on, so I'm always thinking of what would be a fun stream to do. And then it's sort of like I usually have like a rough concept of what it is, and then I'll pitch it at the guys, and then they'll bounce it back, and they'll be like, "Oh, there's something there. We need to kind of
yeah.
further elaborate on that, or find some more meaty substance to it because there's something there. It's just you need to figure out the other parts of it.
Yeah, for me, it's just if I'm excited, I will do it. But it takes a lot for me to be excited about something. And when I have that, it's just like you can't stop me. I can't stop myself. I become obsessed, and I have to see this thing come to fruition. I have to because it's making me laugh just thinking about it. Once I know I'm doing something and I'm laughing just thinking about it, I know this is something I need to follow my gut on because I am so excited for my own idea. It's just a big fart, smelling your own fart kind of thing.
Yeah. And usually the ideas that do make it to like becoming content or ideas that Justin just said, where all three of us feel that way.
Yeah, just excitement, dude.
Just we're like, oh, dude, yeah, we have to do that. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Like, we're all excited for it.
Thank you, Soiled.
Thank you, Dwarf. The next one comes from my boy Jamie. What are some other games that you'd like to have tournaments for?
Ooh,
nice simple question. I like that. Well, I'm a huge fan of Dragon Ball FighterZ. I've said this many, many times. I hope that enough people are back into the game with the new Season 3 update that maybe this year we'll be able to have a tournament for that. Pops, any games you want to
I think if we're thinking like a fighting game community showcase, I mean, I would like to do Tekken, but it would have to be something like my own side project that I bring and feature in like the Grand Championship because we could try to do a 100% replica of Evo and have 17 games to tournament of, but that would take an immense amount of time. And for what type of?
We only got one stream. We only got one stream.
But yeah, Fighter Z and Smash, and then I don't know, not much. Those two are just so hype right now. Like when it comes to Evo, those are the only two I care to watch. Yeah, even and Marvel vs. Capcom, even though they're doing MVC2, look at pro level gameplay. It's pretty broken stuff.
So broken.
It's hard to follow in my mind. I can understand low tier tournaments, like I can see what's going on, but when it's just Magneto versus Magneto, just infinite loops, I get lost. It's hard for me to keep up with.
Yeah, the two Fighter Z, we love Dragon Ball, and that game is beautiful looking. And Smash.
Personal shout out, I would love a Third Strike tournament.
That would be cool.
Third Strike's my favorite fighting game of all time.
That'd be really fucking cool.
Okay.
Lava Rabbi asked, can he be in the tournament? Another question, people are liking Kingdom Hearts streams. Will you guys revisit the older one? I don't think we'll touch Kingdom Hearts for a while. Three was pretty draining.
I need to recover, man.
Yeah, I think it filled our quota. Loved the first one, dude. If they ever decide to reboot it and simplify it and don't have a bunch of dudes in hoodies and just keep it nice and classy.
Kingdom Hearts 3.8 chains of the refractory period in between the Heartless.
You're right.
HD remix.
It's done for me, Lava Rabbi.
Yeah, sorry about that, man.
The first one was good. The first one was amazing. Number 2 was decent, but thank you. Pops, want to get Brenty?
Branks Bucks, what are you guys' thoughts on the variety gaming versus niche or specific gaming streams? Could you ever be known as the blank guy, game guys, or do you get too bored? I think, honestly, variety is probably the hardest category to break into.
Yes.
It requires an immense amount of personality and comedic value that keeps people engaged because you're jumping from different games. So you have to be able to make Mario 64 entertaining.
Yeah.
You have to be able to make the Nintendo, NES playthroughs entertaining. Yeah. Versus if you're Shroud and you're the god tier FPS guy, then play Counter-Strike all day. You'll just be successful, but just be the best. So it's hard to be like, oh, we'll just be this one category unless you're like the absolute best.
Yeah.
Role play is a little bit different. It's kind of its own separate thing.
Because role play can still be like, you can still get variety from role play.
Yeah,
I feel like.
Well, it's a different kind of variety. It's like a character showcase in a lot of ways. And even then, I would probably not want to just wedge myself into just role play.
Yeah.
I think it would, this is an insight on the RP community, a lot of drama, honestly. There's a lot of drama that goes on behind the scenes, and things change so quickly and all that stuff. I just like playing games that I like, and I like hanging out with my friends and having those jokes. And I think if you can establish yourself as a variety streamer or content creator, you're probably better off in the future. But it's such a high threshold for success, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always looked at people that were known as like, the Counter-Strike guy or the Fortnite guy or whatever, or the Overwatch guy. I was kind of jealous of them because I was like, dude, imagine being able to play Overwatch all fucking day and being known for that. But I'm like, at the same time, those people play the game so much, it's to the point where they stream it every day. You know that they hate it. It's a game that they essentially loved at first, and now they hate it. And I'm like, I would so be like fearful of that, like playing a game that I love so much to the point where I hate it now.
And then what happens is your community knows you as the Fortnite guy,
right?
And when Fortnite first came out, you loved it. You were getting battle royale championships, you're getting recognitions, you get a huge following, and then at some point you're going to get that fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
And then you try to play something else.
Right.
Are those Fortnite viewers going to watch you play Animal Crossing?
Hell no.
Probably not.
So that's why I think it's better to try to be a variety streamer.
Yeah, I would just rather let this whole thing be organic and just let it be what it is, right? It's like if you're talking basketball, if we change the question, what are your thoughts on being a power forward versus being an outside shooter? Could you ever be known as that guy? I guess if you were, then you are, I think if you try to force it, if you're like a little guy, you're like,
I'm going to be a dunker. I'm going to be in the center.
it's like not going to work.
Well, I would say
unless you can really fucking jump.
Shaq is a center.
Yeah,
he's never going to be a point guard.
Yeah, and if he tried, it would be weird.
It would be hilarious.
It'd be funny.
Hey,
right?
pass me the rock. I'm about to dribble it up court.
So for us, it naturally kind of became this thing where I like to do role play every once in a while. We do role play. We do the party games. We do the events. It just kind of became known as a variety party thing, right? But I don't know. I feel like, it would get boring to stick to one. If we just played Metal Gear Solid 2 over and over and over, I'd be like, this is rough.
Unless you could be like, I'm the speedrunning guy, and I speedrun all my favorite games.
Yeah, then it changes it.
Then it changes kind of the sphere of it, but then you have to change your approach on the game. Now you're taking your favorite game, and now you're making it a quote-unquote esport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, because I always see those guys, the Super Mario runs. Like, damn, just playing Mario 64 over and over. But they see they see it so differently than what we see when we look at the screen. They're seeing every jump, every pixel is an opportunity to be something dope, like do some dope shit to make your audience go, Pog, epic time.
I would imagine speedrunning has the highest of highs and the most lowest of lows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
just imagine booting that thing up, and then your first run's botched.
Yeah.
You fucking fuck up in the first 10 minutes. You're like, what am I doing with my
I've
life?
seen it when they get to the last the last Bowser, and they just missed throw. And they were going to get either their personal best or a world record, and that was it.
So crazy.
And everyone watched you.
With
And now
that,
everybody saw you fail.
Now everyone's
like that.
lull facing you.
Man,
so.
with that, you're really chasing that high, man. You're trying to chase that magic dragon, dude. Just trying to get that perfect time once more, dude.
Yeah.
Just get a little bit better.
I think with variety, though, you have to be able to stand out above everyone else, and you almost have to do something that's so unique, you have to kind of find your own niche.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, what would stand you out versus Game Grumps,
But it's like what you said, it's basically just your personality, right?
Yeah, I think it just comes out organically. It just kind of happens. They see what you're naturally doing and what you're excited about. But yeah, if you're forcing it, that'd be rough, dude. If you're like, oh, I'm going to be a Counter-Strike streamer. Good luck, dude.
There's a lot of them. Good luck.
You have to be the best.
Good luck, dude.
You have to be
It's
the
tough.
best.
It's a tough gig.
Yep.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you, Bricks.
Brinksy. Taylor, hey guys, been living in the VODs. Quite behind. We got a lot of questions here. Maybe we should shotgun these. He says, hey guys, been living in the VODs. I was wondering if you ever played Paper Mario. I know you guys love Super Mario, Paper Mario. It's on my list, dude. I got it on the list. We have a big list.
Yeah.
And it's a vast list. And it's vast. It never ends.
It's
in there.
I've played through both of them, and they're really fun games. They're probably the closest thing to a Super Mario RPG runner-up, I'd say. But as far as streaming goes, it'd have to be one of those slower days because they're pretty slow games.
It'd have to be a slow year where we've actually gotten through a lot of other games, but it's on the list, my friends.
A good problem to have is too many games to play.
Never say never. Who's got Jimmy?
I'll take Jimmy J. Lock. So recently I've been really getting into fighting games and want to start playing Street Fighter. Is there any specific game I should start with? I know they have a huge selection and some are better than others. Also, which character would you consider your mains? Keep up the good work. Love you, boys.
Well, that's a great question, actually.
Jimmy, if you're going to play, if you ideally want to play Street Fighter, Third Strike is probably your best bet. You're going to learn all the basic fundamentals that you will learn and need for the new Street Fighter, all the future DLCs that come out, and then even other fighting games, because fighting games at its core is about footsies and the neutral game, in my opinion.
True.
So learning that will give you a deeper understanding. Like being in the corner is a bad thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? That's you do not want to do that. Like you do not want to wake up in the corner. That's bad.
Yeah.
You will learn that.
Yeah. It'll
and-
teach you just basic fighting game fundamentals, like you said, just staying out of the corner and shit like that. Your neutral game, all that shit.
And I think Gotex has a really good Street Fighter tutorial. I forget, it's
Like
cross counter.
how to learn.
Yeah, he'll be like, hey, pick up Ryu, learn crouching medium kick to Hadouken. You learn that, keep someone in the corner, you'll start to figure out the game and how the meta works.
Learning how to zone, all that shit.
And then we can get into different types of fighters, like platform fighters like Smash, 3D arenas like Tekken, versus like MVC and Dragon Ball. And then all kind of branches off from there. That's my opinion.
Who's your guys' mains?
If I had to pick, I'd say Akuma or Ken are usually my top picks when it comes to Street
me too.
Fighter.
I've always been a Shoto character
Yeah.
choice,
Yeah.
but Akuma's always my number one. I love the teleport. I feel like that's such a useful thing that people don't use enough.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's just me.
Yeah.
When I played Super Turbo Street Fighter 2, I picked up Bison just to learn how a charge character works. And then once I learned that, I was like, oh, this game opens up in a different way versus a Shoto, because a charge character versus a Hadouken-style character play very differently.
Yeah.
They have very different meta, and I like that lame turtle, you make a mistake and I punish you for it style of a game.
Yeah.
you go.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you, dude.
The next one comes from my boy Kyle, and I don't even look like a question. He's just giving us props. He says, "I love Jaboody Dubs and the whole Jaboody Studios."
Including
Yo,
Dee Dee.
Kyle, we love you too,
Thank you
man.
so much.
Right
Jimmy.
back at you, Kyle.
Jared wants to know if there's a game that ever made us tear up.
Red Dead 2 got you. Oh, you know what? Red Dead 2 kind of got me a little bit as well.
I'll say,
Other than that,
I think Last of Us. I think the end of it was kind of brutal.
Oh,
If
man.
I think I remember correctly, or I was just I had to hop online and see what other people thought of the ending because it was so
Oh,
good.
I have
Last
one.
of Us. Though.
I have one. Diablo 2 and being conned out of an item.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Got fucked.
Yeah. Getting fucked and you realize you're so stupid that people take advantage of you and it's your own fault.
Oh,
You
man.
can only blame yourself. Not a story mode, but just real.
Make you tear up. Make a grown man cry. That's what we're gonna do, boys.
I wanted a Grand Charm with plus cold skill.
I think I've done that before with games too. Even like accidentally delete a save
Yeah,
file
yeah.
and just go, "Oh God,
Yeah.
the fuck."
Yeah, dude. Red Dead 2 was a really good ending. That shit got me. But yeah, thank you, Jared.
Yeah, dude.
Jared, thank you.
Jimmy lives in Portland. He said Sizzle Pie's good. So this is what I was talking about before. It was a place that had their pizzas out
Under a lamp.
under the lamp, and it was
Yeah.
considered good. And I was like, I don't think any place that does that's considered good.
It's
he
not-
says,
But he says,
okay.
It's not as good,
But
though.
he says,
Okay.
what you do is they take the slice that you order and put it in the oven for 4 minutes.
I got that.
I don't know if I even fuck with that though, because that's just like reheating. I mean, that's like throwing some pizza in the
Yes!
microwave. Like,
So then why not get fresh pizza?
yeah.
He says it's still pretty good. He says it
I
holds
get
up.
it. I
Jimmy,
get
next
it.
time maybe I'll take the dive and give it a try. But I don't know. Just looking at it was kind of. Bleh.
I don't know, man. I don't know if that's the meta. But that's just me.
Yeah, man. But thanks for the clarity because I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Who's got outer space?
I'll take it. Outer space. If you guys were stranded on an island, you could only have only 3 games to play. What would they be?
All the hard hitting ones.
Damn.
man.
Oh man, I gotta go with some Dragon Ball Fighters, of course, the replayability. Maybe some Wisher 3 because that is a big ass game. But actually, once you're done with that game, you're fucked.
Yeah, you kind of you begin speed running it at some point.
It'd have to be all games I can just replay. So probably just a bunch of fighting games, to be honest, or maybe like some first-person shooter or something.
I feel like Outer Space has pinned this one on us before.
I think
this one's so
so.
tricky, dude.
Yep.
I think I'd put TF2 up there because you could play it forever and ever.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's too hard, dude.
But,
I can't do it.
he didn't even clarify. If we're stuck on an island, does that mean we can't play online with people?
Yeah, I want to play online.
You just get to stare at the box.
Oh, man.
Let me play. If I can play it online, then I'll
fuck
put
it.
TF2
Let me play
in
some
there.
Tetris then. The only game I can replay all the time with nobody playing with me.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know, man. That's a tough
Sekiro.
guy.
It would probably be
Sekiro.
like roguelikes, honestly, that have like a replay value.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Gungeon.
and then probably WoW, just because it's just you can't beat the game.
You can live forever in the game.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a big WoW guy or anything.
Do you,
No, not at all.
Outer Space always coming in with the hard-hitting questions. You know we can't answer that. It's just too
It's
difficult,
tough,
man.
If I
Love
could
you all
just
the
pick
same.
one, I got to play Dragon Ball Fighters.
There it
I'll
is.
just safe and easy.
Dragon Ball
you know?
Fighters. There it is.
My next one comes from Giovanni. He says, "Hey, dudes, any games you three grew up playing that you regret not finishing?"
Not finishing.
Dude, you know what's funny? I've said this a bunch of times on stream, but I got to the very last boss in Kingdom Hearts 2, and I, for some reason, just set the controller down and said, nope, this is where I'm done. I'm not beating the game. And I don't know why, because it was at the last boss. I played all the way up until
You
then.
might as well.
I might as well have.
You might as well. I
have one.
I kind of want to finish Wind Waker and Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Those are still. I regret that they're not finished. They're still on our chopping block. I'd love to finish those.
Castlevania would be fun.
I played Star Ocean 2 on PlayStation 1, and I played the living shit out of it, like to the point where I was like already max level in the final dungeon.
Nice.
And I was just breezing through the game, last dungeon, and I got to this boss part where I had to look up how to beat him, like the boss, because there was some mechanic that just made you wipe.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, fuck this.
Get
like, fuck it.
fucked. Get fucked, Star Ocean. Get fucked.
That's it.
Thank you, Vanny, for the question.
Thank you, Vanny.
Christian's got a question. Y'all ever hate each other? Oh, we've had this question before. We pride ourselves in using our voices and our language to communicate issues
Yeah.
over throwing a fist. He says, bro, it's not close family unless you throw a punch.
I guess maybe in your family, but I don't know.
I've never punched a family member, I will say
I
that.
punched Louie.
Well, Louie doesn't count. We've all punched Louie. That's the end of that.
There you go.
We all
Definitely punched Louie.
will have differences, and we'll just turn to Louie and see a big soft target and just punch him.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
But between the three of us, no, never.
Thank you, Christian.
Thank you, Christian.
Mountain Ginge is always doing great work, gentlemen.
Thank
Keep
you,
it up.
Mountain
He just
Ginger.
wanted to say, keep it up.
Thanks,
you.
Ginger.
Thanks, Ginge. Thanks,
And
Gingy.
Thank you,
the
man.
8-star, throughout your childhoods, what's some of the worst things you guys have been in trouble for? Louis stories are welcome.
Ooh.
The worst thing I've ever been in trouble for.
I remember when I was very young, like one of my earlier memories, like 4 or 5. I saw this brand new zebra gum that came in little capsules in the grocery aisle.
Oh, I remember the zebra gum.
Copped it, put it in my pocket, went home, and then I was the only boy at this time. So whenever the one little youngling that you had went off to go be somewhere, I was in the dark in my room just eating it all at once. My parents were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "I got a candy." And they're like, "Did you steal that?" I'm like,
Ooh.
"Yeah." They took me back to the local Lucky's and made me apologize to the clerk.
Lucky's.
And he was like, "I don't care."
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Here, have some more.
There you go.
Oh, man, I'm trying to think.
I think I did something similar like that where I stole like a candy as a little kid. But
Y'all thieves!
me and Louie stole the janitor's wallet
This is
at
a
our
great
elementary school, which was cool.
You stole a wallet?
Yeah, there was $20 in it
Wow.
and an ID belonged to a Luis. And we went out in the front at the end of the school where they sold a dollar Frosty Pops, and we bought 20 Frosty Pops. We're throwing them out to all the
Slinging
children.
pop.
Damn.
We were throwing them out. All the children were screaming and chanting our names, and there was a parade in our name, and we gave everybody ice cream that day. And then we got in trouble. Well, I did. Louie just laughed, but I got in trouble. 'Cause
Oh, shit.
Louie didn't, I don't know.
Louie never got in trouble.
He always was able to weasel his way out of it and just laugh. But, yeah, I always got actual punishment. So
Yeah.
I was not happy when I found out that we were in trouble for doing that.
Oh, man, I'm trying to think of something. I was such a good little kid because my mom was one of those moms that would just whoop my ass for everything. So I'm trying to think, but I think one time I got detention, and that's all it took. My mom lost her fucking mind, dude. Because me and you never got detention. We were those kids that just didn't do anything wrong because we knew what would happen when we got home.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we did some dumb shit where like we stayed after school playing handball, and I guess you weren't supposed to do that. We had no idea. So the lady came up and was like, you kids should not be here. It's after hours. We're like, so the fuck what, lady? Who cares? Serve it. So we kept playing, and she's like, detention, all of you. And so I was like, oh, shit. So we actually did our detention, and my mom was like fucking waiting for us for like after school for an extra hour. She's like, where the hell were you? And I was like, I got detention. She's like, pulled off the belt and just whooped my ass for that shit. Something as simple as that, bro. Got me in a bunch of trouble.
What the fuck is with schools that don't want you there, like, after hours?
Yeah, no, sorry. I'm going to go do drugs instead. I'm here playing handball,
play
bitch.
Sport.
Yeah.
I remember seeing her come out, the vice principal, being like, you can't be here, you kids. You're not under anyone's supervision. You can't be here. You're supposed to go home. And we're like, we just want to fucking hang out.
We're literally hitting a ball against a wall.
No, I'm not hurting anybody, bitch. Chill out.
You're in detention if you don't leave.
Detention, all of you.
And then I remember like the last fucking day, the last week of school, I left PE and forgot to tuck in my shirt when we had uniforms. And I was sitting down eating a sandwich. Eating a sandwich, and she walks by, the vice principal walks out and goes, you, and I'm like eating a fucking bologna shitty ass sandwich with the pickle in it that made the bread all soggy
and green.
It's like, dude, there are kids fucking in the bathroom, and we're over here with our shirts untucked. This bitch is, detention, all of you, detention.
God, I hated those sandwiches.
Yeah, mom
shout
didn't know
outs
what
to
she was
mom.
doing.
Shout outs to mom for trying, but I fucking hated the sandwich where the pickle sogs and greens the bread.
And you'd tell her, be like, don't put a pickle in it. Still a pickle.
I can't help it.
You need your vitamins.
It's the way it's made.
Dude, this pickle would fucking just, your bread would be so see-through and gross, and it would just slip off.
Like a condom.
It's just slip right off.
Dude.
It would be a bag. You'd see like pickle juices.
Yeah,
Like this fucking sandwich, dude.
Yeah.
You'd take 2 bites because you were like starving, but then you'd be like, I'm not eating the rest of this shit.
Yeah, pickle and bologna don't, texture and flavor profile wise, don't really mix.
No, they don't.
But yeah, I was sitting down eating that shitty ass sandwich, and she's like, you get detention. And then she fucking gave me, she made me stand up, and my shirt was like half tucked. Like, there's a big portion.
It's like the back part where you can't even see that's not tucked in.
Like 35 to 40% of it was untucked.
And also, when you sit down, you know, you kind of hunch over, right? So that back flap is naturally just going to pop out of the back.
Yeah, when you see all the wagon I'm dragging, all those pickle sandwiches I'm eating. Yeah, my ass. You bet your ass my ass is fucking hanging out, dude. Jesus Christ, what a bitch.
Bro.
And she sent me to detention. And I remember I went there, and we had a big fat lady who watched us, and I spread word that she ate children. And I think some kids actually believed me.
Well, for real though?
Showed her.
Yeah, so
I thought she
middle
smelled
school
weird.
sucked.
Yeah, that shit was the worst.
But
Yo.
yeah, dude, that was let's see here.
Oh, I got a Louie story, a real quick one, I guess.
We can portion some. You guys, God, we have so many. We can portion some of these for next time.
Yeah, we could do that. That's fine. But the Louie story, I think he's told it on stream before, but one of the things that he got in trouble for, which is fucking legendary, is we were all in class together. I think it was maybe 3rd or 4th grade. And one of the kids that didn't really like Louie went up behind him and put a kick me sign on his back. Yeah, and so everybody was just over here like kind of giving him little taps, like fucking kicking him and shit, you know, playing the prank. And Louie goes, why is everybody doing that? And I, being the friend that I am, I go, dude, there's a kick me sign on you. He's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. So I take it off of him. He's like, who the fuck did this? And I gotta admit, I was the snitch. I was like, yo, Christian did that shit to you, bro. And there was this little kid. They had a little beef back and forth. There was the 2 kids in the class that had their beef. And so Louie goes, what? And this is in the middle of our class. Our teacher is in the room and everything. Louie walks up to the kid, puts the sign on his chest, and goes, you got a sign on you, and fucking punches him over the desk. The whole desk falls over. This kid gets knocked back. He starts crying and shit. And Louie's just like, huh.
Crying.
Yeah. And the teacher goes, Louie, oh my gosh. And then he got fucking so much trouble.
Louie's
for that
a real
shit.
one.
He was a real one. I
Don't
remember
test
Louie's
him.
a real one.
Don't test
even
him.
as a kid, I was like, That was pretty G, bro. I was like, yo,
Louie,
man.
don't fuck around.
I was like, yeah, he's been like that since we were kids. Like, he will fucking knock you out.
Yeah, dude.
But he got in so much trouble for that. I think he like got suspended or something. He assaulted a child in front of the teacher.
Familiar, yeah.
I've seen him get in so many little fights, dude.
Always. So many
He's
fights.
got a temper.
So many things where someone said something or something, and he went and just charged him.
Yeah, he would and then punch.
Yeah, and I just remember being a kid and just thinking like,
I would never do something like that. I can't believe that he punched that kid. He's crazy.
I'm like,
I can't believe he got in so much trouble. You could get in trouble for that.
But I got stories like that for him for days. But anyways,
patrons, you guys have lots and lots of questions. And we will save half of these for next time because there's so goddamn many of them. But hey, I tell you what, under this post, leave some more.
Yes.
Maybe our next one it'll be just a big old Q&A.
Strictly Q&A, all right.
We'll sit down. I like seeing these questions, boys.
I like them, man. You guys hitting us with the good-ass questions, too.
Yeah, I don't want to have to rush them. Some of these are like thinkers, dude. We could spend a whole episode on 3 games on an island.
He said, what's the hardest decision you've ever had to make?
Oh,
well
let me think about that one.
I don't want to try to finish that one in a minute. That one's a tough one, dude.
Well, actually, it's a toss between 2 decisions I had to make.
Yeah. Staying alive, that's the hardest decision I ever had to make.
Waking up in the morning.
Getting out of bed, that's a hard one for me.
Well, patrons, we learned a lot today. We spent some time. We got to know you a little bit more. Thank you, everybody, for listening and watching to another fantastic podcast.
Another fantastic podcast, baby.
Podcast.
Appreciate if you guys follow the new highlight channel. That would make my day.
YouTube.com/Jaboody Show.
Get on it. It's so easy to get to. YouTube.com/Jaboody Show. It rolls right off the tongue. Yeah.
So
Try saying
simple.
Jaboody. Oh, I already fucked it up.
YouTube.com/Jaboody Show, folks. Go there, watch, subscribe, hit the notification bell, like them all. Watch all the minutes of every episode so it increases the algorithm so it lives on and flourishes. Long live Jaboody. Long live David Out. Long live the patrons. Long live you. We will see you next time.
Thank you, patrons,
Goodbye,
so much.
everybody.
We love you guys.
You're amazing.
Thanks for watching.
Seriously,
You're the
thank
best.
you. Thank you.
Damon's birthday is the 21st of March, so if you guys want to give him something special, send it to the P.O. Box, or if this is sometime in the future, wish him happy birthday.
Birthday month, y'all.
Bye, everybody.
Peace.